see much of a point in popping on here and trying to entertain all you guys when I was not really feeling it. I don't want to have to pretend. That's not really what I'm about. Um, so, that being said, I'm feeling a little better today, and I think I'm feeling well enough for us to take another dive into the wonderful world of Disco Elysium. Now, as you may or may not remember, it has been a few days. We are now exploring the coastline of Martinique. Our investigation has taken us down past the waterlock. We saw a fishing village. We found a church that seemed to be locked. And that's pretty much where I remember us leaving off. So we're just going to explore around here. Oh, we also found our car. And that was kind of a sad story because it pretty much turns out that we drove it and broke the water lock, destroyed a sign, and sank the car in the water, which isn't really great, but not much we can do about it now. So I guess for now, we'll just see what we find out here. I think we already tried to go in this bunker. Yeah, it's unopened. I don't know what that means. That doesn't sound like it's locked. That sounds like it's like supernatural. I don't really think that's a thing in this game though, so forgive me if I forget stuff here and there. It's been see, we haven't gone this way yet. Full of holes. Both sides treasure. I mean, I guess we could check it, but 90 cents. Okay. Some medicine. This is kind of a lot of stuff to give you for free. Is there more? Oh my god. Oh, $2. Jesus. Alright. Well, that was good. Can we, like, cross? Can we go over here? Yes, we can. What's that? Is that what they call a cairn? Like one of those... Oh, there's a guy. It probably did take a lot of patience to do that, yes. A shaggy-looking girl in her late teens or early 20s kneels on the ice with an electronic contraption in her hand. Hearing you approach, she looks up.
Oh, hello there.
It's cold out here, but she's not wearing a hat. She must be freezing. Don't I have an extra hat? Everyone knows drugs make you invulnerable to cold. You bet this one likes to party. No, we're not doing that. Where's your hat? Maybe she didn't hear you. No, I'm pretty sure she heard me. You should have a hat on.
So should you.
I do. You don't have to do anything. I should, and I do.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
It's nice. You should wear one too if you plan on staying outside in this weather.
Yeah, well, look man, fuck the hat.
What a pleasant individual. Your pulse rises. What did she just say? That's not how a civilian is supposed to address an officer of the law. Is that kind of language really necessary?
I'm sorry I said fuck the hat. I was concentrating on something else.
Oh, were you? I couldn't tell.
My whole family swears and it rubbed off on me.
I understand. What's your name? You're not gonna say it? I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm assuming it's Estelle. Her hair is dyed blonde with dark roots showing. There's a coarseness to her features and some masculinity below that timidness. And your surname? Why? It's for the paperwork. Okay, well, it's Burger. No real reason to doubt that's her real name, but she's not all that surprised by this cop show questioning, is she? I wonder if someone's talked to her before. You seem surprisingly comfortable with being questioned. Why is that? Well, it's just questioning, right? Questioning me. It's what cops do. Have you been questioned before? Once or twice, yeah. I'm sorry, I haven't had the Revachol experience. They get east of the river. I had another question. Wait, what's east of the river? Rich people. Rich people are east of the river. I bet they're really rich. They must be very special people to be so rich. Oh, they are. And I'm scum. I'm scum too. She nods. So, what trouble you've gotten into with the police? The usual. I had a shitty run as a teenager. Yeah, what's the usual? I feel like that could really vary. You know, drinking, getting into fights, the ugly stuff that happens when you move out of your parents' place at 13. Unfireable. I don't really think we need to know more about the location right now. Why did you need to move out? My dad was a drunk. Plus, I guess I just wanted to drink too, you know? Get my party on. I knew what you were. Drinking, partying, and disco music are bad for you. You should take me as a warning example. No, we're not doing that. I had another question. Have you seen a red-haired woman around? Nope. Just no. It's pretty desolate here. I only hear the dogs bark at night and see the shadows move down the coast. Okay. What's that device? It's a portable recording device. It's for field recording. Low quality, but still. I used to have a portable recorder. Actually, just one wire. I picked on it till the braiding came loose. The wire leads to a contact microphone. Cool. What are you doing out here? Well, we kind of know, I guess. Recording. I think I'm recording cracks in the ice, but there's no way to tell. Not without headphones. I think I just recorded your footsteps, too. Not sure how that will sound. And what are these recordings for? Is this like an avant-garde project? Yup. The musicians in the Palaceum use them for making music. They loop the stuff, cutting the tapes together. They make music out of cracks in the ice and keys jangling, crazy sounds like that. It's hard to explain. Sounds like, I think they call that like musique concrete or something like that. Or like, yeah, just field recordings. Anyway, I thought I'd make some too. It's supposed to be like a music place anyway. She rubs her shoulders and looks around. I don't really know what I'm doing. There's synthesizers too. I don't have a synthesizer. I want a synthesizer. She looks at the recording device, the thing she thought would fill her hours with joy and escape. It's turning out to be an empty fantasy. She feels childish, very useless all of a sudden. Take this, you're cold. The lieutenant begins to take off his jacket. No, man, fuck that. I'm cool. I'm sorry I said that. I'm sorry about the fuck. It's okay. Here. You need this hat more than I do. Thanks. She puts it on. It's a bit large for her. You said it's supposed to be a music place. What is? That. Boys think it could be a place, like the Palaceum or something. Stupid. It's really not gonna be a Palaceum, that's for sure. Yeah, who are these boys? Yeah, Andre and the guys. They're inside. In the tent. What tent? And why is that? Yeah, why are you freezing out here while the boys are inside? They got too much stuff crammed in there. No room. Stuff like music stuff, mostly. Like this tape recorder, but bigger. And there's piles of it. Why not just leave some of it outside so you don't have to freeze? That stuff is more expensive than I am. More expensive than any of us, really. Doesn't matter. I can take the cold. Alright. Hold on. Tell me more about this music place you've been planning. It's supposed to become like a club for anodic dance music. Like that new style of synthesizer stuff they play at the Palaceum. Except that, yeah. She looks at the old wooden church up on the poles as a mean wind comes bellowing in. The 6-story structure lets out a doleful shriek. The floorboards are twisting and the shooting beams are slowly cracking like bones. Far east of the Golden Delta, beyond the industrial port, there's a black patch on Lake Coast with the smallest creatures in the ice. There will never be a club for a note of music here. Not in a million years. Okay, well then, did you guys put the padlock on the church door? No. No. Not really. No. How? What do you mean, not really? Okay then. Yeah, what is enotic dance music? You know, enotic, cathodic, music that's made with electronic instruments. Oh, so it's like, they're like Daft Punk, got it. Yeah, synthesizers and tape consoles, microcomputers too. Anything that uses electricity but isn't guitars. Also found sounds. Damn, I'm so into shit like that. You see clear, beautiful, violent flashes of light cutting through a smoke-filled darkness. That is what the future will look like. If it ever comes. So you want to turn the church into a club? I thought they meant more like a music venue. I know. It's not my idea. Andre and the boys found the place. It was supposed to be deserted, but now they can't even take it. Hey, you two are cops? Yes? Okay, well, maybe you could talk to Andre and the guys? Because there's some strange things going on in that church. You're police, you should look into it, right? Yeah, I'll talk to them. They're inside that thing there. Would be cool if you did. Was there something else? We'll try this. The tape recorder lies on the ice like a discarded toy. The device is cold to the touch. An angular Omicron logo adorns the yellow plastic cover. Underneath, you see a reel of tape rolling. Device back on the ice. Okay, that's it for now. Nice to meet you. She was actually way nicer than she appeared at first. So that was good. And she gave us some useful information. That's hell pain. Oh yeah, you can kind of hear that. I really want to. Some wind might be enough. What is this? It looks like a makeshift bridge. Could be convenient. It could be, Kim. I like the way you think. Pain falls into the icy snow with a soft thump. See, now we got a shortcut back to the church. Yeah. Go to this creepy tent where there's psychedelic music. The tent, oh yeah, it is. The tent is just tarpaulin fabric covering a pile of stuff. The flap is open. Inside, three young men are listening to some new form of music. It's like nothing you've ever heard. One of them looks at you.
Come on! Get in and close the flap behind you. The warm stuff's getting out.
Oh, these people are going to be great, aren't they? It's safe to assume this is their theater, or at least he thinks he is. Let's squeeze in.
Sorry, we barely have room for one.
You go ahead. I'm too old for this.
You're too old for this? I look like I'm at least 10 years older than you. I just dislike the lyrics. Maybe he's afraid he might jam to the music.
I'm sure you will feel right at home.
Hey, what's
I'll
that
keep
supposed
watch.
to mean? Fine. I guess I'm going it alone. Oh man, this is a jam. It smells like sweat and laundry detergent. There's a trace of ether. Oh, that's always good. What's this? Pile of nasal sprays.
Hello, I'm Andre. It's a pleasure to meet you.
It's really strong, sweaty, it's trying to project and inspire confidence.
This is my posse, Noid.
The young man with earrings that looks like David Bowie was in the suspicious.
And Egghead. Egg! Together with a Settle Burger, who's out there right now, doing some seriously progressive sonic experimentation, we like to think of ourselves as music venue organisers.
How many music venues have you organized exactly?
We have many in the pipeline, officer.
Why?
You see, we've been all over Jamrock North, prospecting for real estate to establish a new venue in.
Also for talent.
Yeah, I'm sure there's tons around here.
Yeah, thank you, Egghead. And while there is no shortage of raw, unfettered talent spinning tapes in Jamrock, we've had rotten luck with the real estate part.
Surprising.
Place is a shithole.
Okay, listen, David, it's not that bad.
I apologise for my friend Noid's potty mouth. I realise this is not how you speak to a police officer. He has authority issues.
I mean, on the one hand, yeah, there is no need. Oh yeah, was there something you wanted? Your friend Estelle said there was a problem with the church.
Oh, so you've met her? Good, good.
You even gave her my hand.
Yeah, it's a matter of occupied ecclesiastical property. I bet you've noticed the derelict hive of Marcomania on the coast. I'm talking about the church, and I'm not exaggerating. Even a place of spiritual refuge can become a magnet for all sorts of dopeheads and burnouts if left unattended.
Dope heads. Burnouts.
Well, I'm sad to say, that's exactly what happened. Sad because we were just about to put Martinez on the map with one of the maddest dance clubs in Jamrock. Nah, strike that. In Revachol.
I'm sure there's like
Strike that, the word.
And sadder yet, because the dopeheads and burnouts holed up in there are the worst kind.
Than me. Good, this calls for an opinion. You're an expert in those. Do we have to do this? Yeah, I feel like you may be laying this on a bit thick. What's really so bad about these dope heads and burnouts? They're spooky. Spookiness is not a matter for police investigation. No, officer, you really should judge that for yourself. Keep in mind, this spookiness is the kind that keeps us from restoring this church and community center. Spiritual refuge. Also, they don't even clean the building. Shit's gonna collapse. People just want to spin tapes without them spooking it up. The place has bad signs. No one can dance like that. Oh, so that guy can't. Thank you, Egghead. Turns. So we gotta look into that. Should be police back out. That spooky stuff they do. I'm sure it's not the I just can't do that for what they meant to do. Alright, I'll look into it. No, that's not what we are agreeing to do here. Why? Andre's obviously very happy, seriously, attentive. Tell him about the feeling. Oh, and it felt like there was something in there with us watching us from the dark. No, the other one. Which other one? Not as in tune with my emotions as you are. Felt like silence. Awful silence. Okay, but you haven't physically seen anything. Not exactly. I've just seen someone who I think is a woman going out of church a couple of times. I felt someone who was thing eyeing us inside. That's kind of it. Did the woman have red hair? Or you? Sure, why not? Okay, yeah, you can say whatever you want. But not really. Brown hair, heavy, dark sides. What Lloyd said. He's gone. Someone else. Yes, I'm pretty sure there are burnouts and notepad that you haven't seen. Honestly, I can't, but I have. Why not? Let's go with that. Yeah, I don't see a single thing wrong with that on it. 70% share of substance users doing the technology. Alright. Let's ask about the tent full of equipment. Is it all for me? I see you brought your own water. Yeah, good to have, bitch to carry. When I first scouted this place, I did some reconnaissance. I'm not sure the church even has one anymore. It's just still fancy. It's what they sell at the fuel station. What's wrong with nose like that? Nose is better. The old college room. I have a major sinus infection stuff in there. Shit's all ice. Sound fine to me. Yes, it's all nose effects. Without the nose, I'd be drowning in shit right now. Nose effect is the shit. Okay, good. Some sweat. Does it? Don't you ever smell coffee? Some piece of coffee. Wait, I also smell ether. Why? Ether. I smell ether. Shrug is good enough for us. I say it. Shrug. Wow, there we go. Well, you know what? Let's talk to the other dudes.
So you had a talk with Andre, and now you want to discuss things with Noid? Good.
Skin from the show holes in his face too large sweater in front of him.
It's good you talked to Andre first. Gave me time to get a reading on your sign. Can't really talk to people before you get a reading.
Runs his hand through his hair, which is pulled back in all seriousness. Continues to fit his ears. Tell me what machines you saw in the church. Weird stuff, specialized. There was a data processor, some sort of long-wave machinery. What, like a radio? Wires going in the water. Gives off a spy sign or some fucked up Samaritan science sign, you know? Kind that goes head first into the supernatural. So you think that actually exists, huh? Most of it doesn't exist, but there's also stuff that isn't allowed to exist because the moralist thinks it's too dangerous for the plebs. Psionic powers, male-related diseases, pretenders pretending to be human, folk writes that kind of stuff. What is male-related? Why are you calling it hardcore aesthetic is esoteric and is not meant to be discussed with the Lord this way. It's not easy to reach a harmonic resonance of signs without some adjustment. This is speed we need sign matching. Yes, further sign matching would do good for us. When we achieve this would be out. What about you? A young man with a peroxide blonde hair puts up a perfect marching tape player, nodding along to music. He looks at you with a knowing smile and says, as though he's supposed to be sharing some tremendous evangelical secret.
Hardcore! Hardcore! Hardcore to the mega! Internally coherent!
I was wondering if you could kill the mercenary hate behind the building when it's awesome.
Good morning, yeah! 1, 2, 3, Yeko Kata, the place to be!
Beginning to think this. Well, what is it? What is that mean?
Yeko Kata, the hardcore place!
Solve the egg.
This is hardcore. It's hardcore! Skibbity, skibber danger. I am the rearranger. Back to the heavyweight jam. Hardcore! Hardcore.
What is it?
Yeah!
Say random things all day long. Does the track sound all that hard to me?
Spinning out lyrics since the day I was born.
That's unrelated.
And the amount of lyrics I got is against the law. Be close. True, hard, full, core. Hardcore. Hardcore to the mega.
Alright.
Here comes the night. Be close. True, hard, hardcore. Hardcore to the internally coherent. All core. All right. Yeah.
Please tell me exactly what you're doing.
Gotta get the people going. Yeah, request. Be close. True, hardcore. Hardcore, internal, all core. All right, yeah.
Furze his brow.
Hardcore. Ah.
Okay, so hard.
Is it though?
I was just thinking that.
One mind, one spirit. Be close. True, in all core. All right, hardcore. Ah. The question is, what is the question?
That would have been good if I had asked you a question, but I didn't. Just idiotic.
But there was a question.
Wait, what question?
Be close. True, in all core. All right. You gotta get the people going.
Why?
I'm the party boy. It's my job.
What is a party boy?
Hardcore party 20. True, internally coherent, all core, all right, hardcore. The question is, what is? But there was no question. True, hard, it's hardcore. Skibbity, skibber danger. I am. True, hardcore. Yeah, Lucky Ersky, Materialski. True, hardcore to the mega. Here comes the night. True, hardcore to the internally coherent. Good morning, yeah. 1, 2. It's the message, so listen and you will. True, hard, internally coherent. All core, all right. Gotta get the people going. Yeah. Be close. True, in all core. Hardcore. Is it though? But is it? I mean, really? No, but seriously,
Yeah, there we go.
I'm a bit worried it isn't.
I don't really know what any of that new skin on your back is called. I said, you can't even hear the music. There's a lot to agree on per se, just saying what it is. Now, don't be alarmed, everything's okay. It isn't actually working. Everything is still super hardcore. What it probably means is it could be even more so. You said you were worried. What do you think is wrong? There's nothing wrong with it. I'm still in love with the hardcore. Sometimes I just feel like an audio dance music is in its infancy. For example, take this on open hike jam. Pumping for the last month. Continue pumping for the rest of 51. It's something holding it back. Being hyped up. It's like it's only a nose. It knows everything. I think it's super hardcore. You're right. It's not hype hardcore. Yeah, I agree. It's super hardcore. Fuck yeah, I knew it. It seemed sure when you were left and hacking it out. I overestimated the importance of that jam. Thought reader. No nation but trans nation. No wall but class war. Okay, so you're not a thought reader, you're a communist. He's not a communist, that's just something he likes to yell. He picked it up from the tape jockey at the Palisade. Shape is a communist. tracks that keep their secrets to unfold behind the clouds.
Hi again. So, how are things going?
Let's just try. Alright. I guess we'll go check this church out then. I mean, I'm not really doing it for their sake. We kind of wanted to check it out either way, so. I mean, if there's any chance that there's someone in here that might have information, we may as well take it. Yeah, we even have this shortcut. The lock turns easily. You hear a click as the shackle pops open. Let's go. As you do, you hear in the echo. Okay, wait a minute. That's a typo. You hear an echo of the Doom commercial area. It's black halls and dusty machines. Then the feeling passes. A great whoosh of air rushes into the dark innards of the church as though rushing to fill a great vacuum in the heart of the city. Alright. No, I should have made more coffee. Alright, whoa. Now that's a freaking massive mural thing. Too bad it looks like it got busted up. Okay. A strange stillness fills you as you look ahead. You should walk here, not run. Well, I guess it is respectful. Grotesque wooden figure looks half finished. Feels like it's trying to become one with the church. Okay. Really pretty, though. More of the forked lightning pattern you saw outside. I don't actually remember us seeing that outside. I do see some of those machines they mentioned. The blackboard is filled with complex equations. They look recent. Oh, and are these the water bowls with the wires in them? The bowl is filled with water. A live wire runs directly into it. Yeah, that ain't safe. That ain't really safe, Chief. I wouldn't suggest that. 2 decks of reel-to-reel tape spinning on empty. Portable Harman Waushi tape recorder. A machine stands in the corner, watched over by the figures on the stained glass window. It's turned on and quivering with soft electricity. Another radio computer, and this time it's already turned on. These machines sometimes harbor traps, he thinks, alarm systems and the like. Let's be careful. We should probably let it be. It's becoming clear that there's no trace of the suspect anywhere inside the church. Yeah, this machine does look just like the one in the Doom commercial area. It's also quite similar to the one we have down at the station. Must be the same model. Alright. I guess for once I'll take his advice. Also, look, some shoes. +1 empathy. Cool. Some money. Also, while I'm thinking of it, I should put a hat on again because I gave away the other one. So let's see. Do I have one? I have this bow. That would be kind of funny. Or this hat. This conical hat. Nah, you know what? We'll do the... Oh, that goes on my neck. Oh my god, I'm so dumb. No. You know what? We'll just plop this baby down. I hope my tie doesn't get mad at me that I... Wait, what am I saying? Can you walk slower? Please. Got made of glass. Wow, this building is really big. What is that? flowers on the glass obscuring the view. A figure drawn in frost looked like a deer. Fascinating. The spider has spun its web around this wood-carved pillar. Cool. Well, I'm not seeing a whole lot we can do here, but we're definitely going to see what this is about back here. This seems important. In white, silver, and apricot fiancé, word, the young mother of humanism stands above you. Crack runs across her body. She is impossibly tall, oval-faced, and sad, a dark and radiant majesty. This is her innocence Dolores Day. Cradled in her arms are a pair of glowing lungs, clearly visible from underneath her flowing dress. You should kneel. I guess when in Rome. Your knees touch the floor. The floorboards are hard and cold. There you kneel among the snowdrifts, diffuse lighting falling on your hands from beyond the glass. The world is silent, but for the creaks and cracks of the massive wooden structure behind you, covers you from the wind outside. The ocean feels distant, its ebb and flow blocked off by the centuries-old pinewood sarcophagus around you. In the darkness, you sense her eyes on you, inspecting you with their multicolored glass, as if you're a bug under a microscope. The woman looks down at you kneeling. She towers among her followers, architects, laymen, courtiers. There is a sad smile on her lips and a glint in her green-blue eye. What? Compassion? Remorse? Well, if she's a deity, I'd probably think that it's compassion. Why is this an option? Alright. As that soft word passes through your mind, the lieutenant draws an X-shaped cross from shoulder to shoulder. Do the same as you get up. Your fingertips touch your chest 4 times, then you rise from your knees into the apricot-colored light of the window. Above you, the woman still smiles her distant smile, sundered by the crack in the glass. Which one of these should I do? This is Dolores Day. It's the mother of humanism. Despite the damage you've done to yourself, the title appears lodged in your hippocampus. This is her innocence Dolores Day, the innocence of humanism, internationalism, and the welfare state, perhaps the most famous human being ever to have lived. So this is a deity of sorts that was actually a real human that has record of being real, a real person. No amount of Commodore Red can wipe her sad smile from your brain thing. It has survived the deluge and haunts you still and will haunt you forever, as it haunts all men. Okay. What exactly is an innocence? The highest category of historic individual. An embodiment of the world's spirit. Like a ruler? More. An innocence is elected to office by the founding party, a precedent that has taken place a mere 6 times in the entirety of history. The legal system of the Real Belt is built to accommodate innocentric rule should it coincide with our time. So is this essentially like they elect a god figure in retrospect? An innocence is infallible. The decisions made by one are not decisions, they are inevitabilities. What would have happened anyway? Only accelerated, packed into decades instead of centuries. An innocence is a continuous, compressed event, a sacred human being. It is an honor and a glory to live when one is in office. Is one in office now? No. We are alone. Alright, what else do I know about her? Many things. You know she was a woman of the court, the wife of an influential marchese, and eventually the principal advisor to Irene Le Navigateur, Queen of Xerxes, modern-day Sur La Clef. Also, that she was gorgeous beyond beauty, draped in ancient sadness. Are you sure you want to remember this bit of historic trivia? Standing under her long, slender form like this, dwarfed. Yeah, big bummer. Boring history. You gotta keep it light, man. Keep it moving. Get fucked up instead. Okay, what else? Was she smart? Terribly. Women of the court were expected to play both contract, bridge, and chess sufficiently well to prove an interesting challenge to a man. A similar grasp in matters of philosophy, theology, and science was also encouraged. She was, by all means, a kept woman. She made the most of her position in the ante-Delorian court, a court visited by the most prominent thinkers and artists of the day. In secret, she was becoming the era's preeminent philosopher of the state, a scalpel, a piercing gaze. She was almost a preternaturally magnetic and intelligent individual. To her contemporaries she appeared out of time, a messenger from the future of the species. We all fell in love with her, head over heels. Even before she was declared an innocence, her influence was tremendous. Yeah, how come? This seems a little overblown. It was on her advice that Irene Le Navigateur sponsored a number of voyages into the Pale, a costly, often tragic endeavor, ultimately vindicated by the discovery of the New World, the piece of reality you're standing on. Oh, so she basically discovered this country. Okay, I see. She was crowned 2 years after the first expedition returned, setting in motion what is widely considered the greatest era in history, the DeLorean era. I hope you guys are interested in this, because I am. Wow, indeed. When her innocence was declared, and the queen she had advised for years fell on her knees before her, she was so overcome with emotion that her lungs started glowing in her chest. Bystanders reported golden filaments lighting the already sunlit chamber around her, clearly visible beneath her dress. Okay, was there something terrifying about her? Terrifying is a term too emotionally charged for your semantic memory, or what remains of it, but terrifying. It's a simple word. She was bad for humanity, and you shouldn't have started thinking about her. No, there was something bad about her. I want to know. You already do. Although she is often considered to be the greatest human being to ever live, there was something ominous about Dolores Day, constantly surrounded by her Theriers. She was most socially secluded and least self-aware of all the innocences. Some modern thinkers would consider her a war criminal for the campaign she waged against the Mosque state. And then there were the resettlement programs. Okay, so she's basically this universe's Chris Columbus mixed with Jesus. The Mosque state tried to detach itself from inocentric rule. Parts of the world were experiencing whiplash from accelerating into secularism. Her mandatory education programs and mass resettlement of upstream Magritte were problematic as well. Dissenters were suppressed by a military force she called the Army of Humanity. She adored chess, yeah, but also military war games. Dolores Day often holds a tiny tin soldier between her index finger and thumb in icons such as this. She was also blonde, the blondest woman you've ever seen, with green eyes the color of the Pisantic Mar Interregnum. Little is known of her Marchese husband. It's as if he vanished from history after completing his role, which was to introduce Dolores Day to the court. In conclusion, yes, there is something lonely, paranoid, and even terrifying that people seldom mention, but feel when they think of her. Lieutenant Ufredor, you've stood there for over 5 minutes. The lieutenant's calm voice echoes in the cold air of the church. What are you thinking of, if I may ask? I don't think that. She is beautiful. That she is. A great sacral piece. I wonder what we're doing here, however. Yeah, I can pick up what you're putting down. But I'm still gonna try this. Hey, there we go. A jigsaw of broken shards fall into place in front of you, a ghostly reconstruction of the stained glass window. Before it was shattered, there was an older woman beneath the younger one, and a text, a light motif below them both. What shattered this mosaic? Unknown. Who is this older woman? The escutcheon on her throne says Irene the Navigator. She is depicted as an older woman wearing thick-rimmed eyeglasses, bearing a golden ricefel in one hand and a scepter in the other. This is the queen her Innocence Day advised. Above, she herself is whole. Small figures of wise men, common men, worshippers walk up the stairs to stand at her feet. Secret servicemen, Theriers, stand in a row guarding her. must have taken years to produce this work in all its dizzying detail. Alright, what does the motto say? It really is cool looking. Below both women, in luminous black letter, Après la vie, mort. Après la mort, la vie de nouveau. And then along the left side, Après la mort, l'écrit. Après l'écrit, la mort, de nouveau. Yeah, after death. Is this? Hold on. This used to say after life, death. After death, life again. After the world, the pale. After the pale, the world again. Yeah, what is this pale? This exaltation is common in DeLorean sacralism. In the early years, it was even incorporated as the RCM slogan. No more, however. Well, you know, you kind of got to keep up that separation of church and state thing. It was deemed subservient to use a strongly moral intern-related motto. We're already suspected of bootlicking. The sentence was also seen as too feminine. It was a macho thing. Alright, so what's their sick motto now then? Justice, union, prudence, and force. Okay. Some of the things this game lets you say are just so ridiculous. I think I do like the other one better. Yeah, he does too. See, we really get along. We're on the same wavelength, me and him. Or signs, as what's-his-face put it. The DeLorean Church of Humanity in Martinez, the small Pinewood Church. It's a minor landmark, not easy to find. Most maps misplace it. It was built not long after Revichol's founding, 300 or so years ago by first-generation settlers. What else do you know? There used to be 7 stave churches on the coast. Les Sept Sœurs, they called them. The 7 Sisters. Only one remains. The rest were burnt in the Revolution or used for building materials. That's messed up. We should be respectful here, although the building appears to be deserted. I do not believe we'll find the instigator here. Something else, perhaps. Here it is again. Small pang of guilt. It's time to ask him what happened here. Do you know why this church was abandoned, Kim? I have a theory, yes. There was a police raid a while back. I heard the place was shot to pieces. I really hope I didn't have anything to do with this. Well, your station was involved, I hear, although I can't be sure. Oh, of course. 3 precincts were involved in the raid, and people say Precinct 41 was one of them. I don't remember. Well, I mean, we don't remember much of anything. I guess I could have been here. I'm sorry, I'm not saying you were. It was a clandestine operation. I don't know anything about it. Why it was conducted or who participated. I try not to pry into extra-district matters. Smart. Well, if I was here, I should find out what I was doing. Good luck. You will not get information on a confidential operation from your station secretary just by calling. If you really don't remember, it might be better to keep this one forgotten. I don't know. It happened a while ago. It is unimportant to our business in Martinez, but it would help me to kind of get a bigger picture of who I was before I forgot everything. If I was the type of dude who would have shot up a church, I mean... Yeah, it's kind of some heavy stuff. Is there anything else to see in here before we leave? I don't think so. So it appears no one's here anymore. So I guess we can report back to our dancing friends that they can in fact build their sick rave club here. Or whatever they called it. Enotic dance? Something like that. I don't know. I like to think I'm hip with all now that we don't need to pay for a hotel anymore, we're sure fine to hold on. Now we get the chance to sing music. I wish that Kim could come in with us. I feel like he would love these people. Alright.
Hi again. So, how are things going?
I checked the church out. And what happened? There was no one in it. He did see the machines running. Spooky water basins set up in a ritualistic circle. Well, but I don't really think. I don't really think. Now bear with me. I don't think that that's a ritual circle. I'm pretty sure it's just some sort of weird experimental music thing, kind of like literally what you guys are doing. I'll tell you there and then. Just have to give it another go. I don't know about that. I really didn't. I mean, we covered the church pretty thoroughly, and I really didn't see anyone. I guess we could pop back in again. Bird sounds pretty aggressive. Have we gone back here? What is this, like behind the church? Whoa, what is that? You see that seagull up there? Remind you of anybody? Not really? You and the seagull are just alike. Oh boy, here we go. Why am I like a seagull? Think about the seagull's story. It's one of endurance and adaptation. The seaside was paradise once. They were birds of that paradise. Then, their paradise became Shit City. And what did they do? They became urban survivors, eating burgers out of trash cans, killing and eating pigeons. No time for that sentimental bullshit. They're hustlers getting shit done. They're one pair of track pants away from gangsters, just like you. I mean, I guess I'm kind of like the seagull, but exactly, the seagull does what it takes, and so do you. You've got that same spirit in you. When the time comes, you'll push yourself. Well, that's really cute, actually. That's a nice little moral. I don't know why we had to walk specifically over there for that. So I guess we'll try walking back into the church again. Also, is this... Can we get up on that walkway somehow? Oh yeah, we can just walk right around. I see purple hearts in my chat, which makes me happy. An altar shrouded in dark, or something like that. Let's go back in here once more and see if anyone's here. Also, my hat looks so ridiculous. I forgot that I'd swapped to the cone hat. It's really a problem I should remedy as soon as I find anything else. Alright, so just to double check, there is still no one in here, right? I mean, actually, you know what we didn't do is, we didn't equip our flashlight. And we don't have, well, we don't really need the tearback equipping. But I bet you the flashlight might help in here, because it is pretty dark. But even so, I'm not really seeing much. I mean... Whoa, 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 whoa. The silence in this part of the church, it's almost palpable. All the shifting matter and shuffling of living things is gone. Nothing seems to exist beyond the church anymore. Oh, is this like what, that egghead guy mentioned before? Maybe if you were to stand in just the right spot, even your footsteps would be completely silent. Why is that? Yeah, I hear something. It's like a buzzing noise. And then it's gone. Almost all of it. But for the faintest of hums. You can hardly hear your own breathing. You produce a few muffled thumps, after which the silence feels even more total somehow. Well, let's yell. We're good at that. Your voice is barely audible. Not a howl, but the softest of whimpers. Well, that's very odd. I don't think they're gonna have much of a club in here. What's happening? The lieutenant points to his ears and shakes his head. Then he leans closer. Can you hear anything? Not really, but it's extraordinary. I've never experienced anything like this. I wonder why the church was built with such strange acoustics. His detached tone conceals how uncomfortable he is. Well, what if it's something paranatural? Please, detective, not this again. He's trying to act dismissive, but at this particular moment, he's more open than usual to the idea of paranatural phenomena. Look up. The orderly rows of ceiling panels become barely visible, then disappear completely in the darkness of the tower overhead. 58%. Not really the best chance, but we'll try it. Wow, look, there's a whole bunch of nothing up there. This is a really big building, isn't it? Holy crap. Just darkness without end. Makes your head spin. It's filled with vague shapes of woodwork, a sense of a great height. It's like you see your own face reflected back at you in the vanishing geometry, a strange alien image that's supposed to be you. Let's try to make out anything we can. There's nothing. You're dizzy and disoriented as you see dark and more dark, rising. Officer, what are you looking at? He follows your gaze. Lee's not going to see anything. Blink. Whoa, what the hell is that? Is that like a... Okay. You see something hanging from the rafters, looking straight at you with dark eyes. Maybe it's possible to talk to it? Do we really want to? This is kind of creeping me out. Is that a man? Looks more like part of the carpentry of the building came alive and is now studying you intently. Hey, who's there? The man leads forward a little, fixing you with a steady, unreadable gaze, then speaks.
I bet your alcohol use has made you into a scared little pussy, Holmes. But don't worry. Everything's gonna be alright. You've come to the right place.
What are you, like an interventionist? What are you doing here?
I'm here to receive the mother's love. You can too, Holmes. And when you're ready, she will take her hand and lift you out of the despair at the bottom of the bottle.
I think we're already on our way to doing that ourselves.
This man is obviously a habitual narcotics user. Do we really need to question him?
I mean, I'm put off by this religious stuff, he thinks. And maybe the ceiling climbing, too. Yeah, no, I think that would be the most unsettling part. It's all very hard to square with the lieutenant's own view of reality. Hey, and what was that about the bottle again? You haven't even drank that much lately. Lay off it already. Sheesh. I'm a policeman. I need to talk to you about police things.
Oh yeah, sure. You don't know anything about alcohol use. You got it all under control, eh? I can smell the control. All the way over here.
This conversation is making me uncomfortable. Let's talk about something else.
I know it's hard to admit that you have a problem. I was like you once. Couldn't take an honest look at the damage Elvina was doing to my mind and my spirit.
You know, actually, since we're here, you may want to pay attention to what the ceiling climber is saying.
Yeah, no, I know, Kim, I know. I'm working on it. Look at these crazies. What is this shit? I feel like you do have a point, though.
Don't trust me, trust the mother. I'm only the messenger, Holmes. This is the Church of the Mother of Silence. You are welcome here.
This Mother of Silence sounds like a serious player. You might want to be careful until you find out what you're dealing with. Do you know where the other spooker is? Other spooker? Oh, es aviata molestuosa. That was horrible. Dunno, Holmes. Wait, so there is another person living in the church, and it's a viejita? No, I just call her viejita because of her clothes. She's actually quite young. Maybe not that young. Age is just one of the many masks we wear. Wait, what if it's Ruby? The lieutenant seems to be thinking the same. Did it ever seem like to you like she was hiding here from something? You mean like a fugitive? He glanced at the abandoned radio computer on the other side of the nave, pulsing with light. Then he shakes his head. No, man, quite the opposite. I don't think she cares much about authority, or anything else for that matter. Maybe only about her machines. I see. And where is she now? I told you, Holmes. I don't know. Right, I'll see if I can find her some other way. You just have to wait until she comes back, or search through her radio computer. Yeah, let's just take a quick peek at what this is about over here. Ooh, we lose 2 physical instrument and, oh, because we haven't, oh god, this is going to be one of those things that hits close, isn't it? It has been brought to your attention that you're an alcoholic, and that it's a sickness, and it's killing you. You're crawling on your knees through life, your booze-filled belly dragging on the ground, your brain now fuzzy, now in overdrive, your hair sticking together with today's cold sweat and yesterday's vomit. Perhaps they're right. Anything is better than this. Even bone-dry reality itself. Maybe you can quit? Yeah, I think we can, but we need more skill points so that we can open a slot for it. But yeah, we're definitely doing that 100%. Almost be foolish not to, with how we've played our character thus far and just my general morals. I'm not going to leave him an alcoholic if it can be avoided. What we are going to do is go disappoint these strange musician children because, yeah, I don't really think that church has the acoustics for a rave club. So we're just going to go and break that news. I wonder how seriously they can take me with this battle. It's kind of odd. That hasn't popped up before. I'm still listening to the same damn song, dude. I've done that, though. You ever, like, find a song that you're just in love with, and so you put it on repeat for, like, a week, and then you never, ever want to hear it again?
Hi again. So, how are things going?
Wait, why can I still not... I guess we just have to wait for like a later time on the clock to find this other person. Also, it's funny that this game has Stockholm syndromed me to the point where a guy crawling around on the ceiling of a church giving me a lecture about how I need to quit drinking didn't really seem that out of the ordinary to me. Even as I say it back, I'm just like, yeah, that happened. Oh hey, it's that phone. We still don't have any numbers to call though, right? I wonder if we can just call another random one. Yeah, let's try it. Call it. Call it. Again. Hey, a masculine voice. Hello, Gerard speaking. Oh man, Gerard. What a douche name. Change it. Change your name. What are you, like 5? A woman's voice shouts something in the background, and when Gerard speaks again, his voice is hushed. Thanks for calling, asshole. Phone hanging up. Disconnect tone. Alright, let's try another one. What else do we have to do, right? Stop calling me, man. His voice on the other end is hysterical. I'll get you your money, alright? Just need till tonight. That would be so messed up. No, we definitely shouldn't do that because then he'll get killed. You seem to be in some sort of trouble. Maybe I can help you. I'm a police officer. Yeah, I didn't really think he'd go for that. Yeah, okay, Kim, just one more. Tired. The man answers fast this time. His voice is hoarse from cigarettes. Sounds like he hasn't talked to anyone in quite a while. I'm tired, too. If I could go just 1 month without writing, no, 2 months, I could regenerate my brain. Fucking liberalism. man disappears with a sigh. You do not hear the customary disconnect tone. Just silence in the handset. The machine is still waiting for you to dial a number. What? Seems like it did not have time to swallow the coin. This sometimes happens. Alright, let's do this. You close your eyes and put your index finger on the rotary dial. Then pull down on the number. Then move one up and repeat the motion twice. Strange. This is not how you started before. 41, 44, 47, 11, 17, 361. Your fingers keep moving like a spider every time the ring rotates with a little ring of metal, like a bell tolling. Yes, 451, 67, 451. Alright, 451, you have dialed God knows how many numbers. The headset has been waiting silently to relay a signal. Surely nothing can come of this, you think. But it does. A connection. An ultra-long distance call. Your ear fills with a crackle, the wash of a strange ocean full of white noise. A little bird starts ringing in there. Not like the local calling tone before. No, a small ring in a cage of distortion, far away, a distant network of phones. Calling. Calling in the night. The saddest sound in the world. Both pitiful and terrifying. You feel your pulse rising with each ring. Calling still. Ringing by the bedside of a dark but capacious apartment with long windows. You know this to be true. The handset starts slipping from your sweaty palm. Your breathing is heavy. Long windows. How do I know that? You just do, and you know it is going to hurt. Let it call more. Calling, 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 calling. Then the ocean breaks. Out of the depths, a woman's voice emerges. Small. The dearest thing you've ever heard.
Hello?
She sounds sleepy. Okay, so we got hello, I want to die. Who is this? I'll free mankind. Your voice is beautiful. She does have a pretty voice. That might freak her out though. Hello. She hums, her voice warm from sleep.
Who is this?
Who is this?
Dora. Who is this? The connection is bad.
The Explorer? Dora. The name feels like a gift. A gift that was meant for you to make it possible to live. And fight. In the distorted distance, you hear someone turning next to her. Bed springs rattle. Uh-oh. Don't react. Whatever you do, don't react to that last thing. Is this like an X or something? Yeah, I mean, it's not really our business. Doesn't matter if you react or not, you still think you hear a man's voice in the background. It's covered in pain and white noise. Alright, your voice is so beautiful.
No. It's you, isn't it? It's you.
Goodbye. A sigh. She heard you, but she does not hang up. And neither do you. You can't. That's it. You're caught in a trap. It'll take quite a while for this shit circus to end now. You sure about that? I'm a revolutionary servant of humanity. I will free mankind and abolish the classes. I will raise the dead.
You're not a revolutionary, Harry. You're drunk.
Oh, she knows me by name. I'm not drunk. Or high. No, well, yeah, it did literally hurt me.
Oh, God. Do you know what time it is? It's so late here.
Sounds like she's looking for a clock on the nightstand.
It's 4 o'clock, Harry. I need to wake up in 2 hours.
Okay. Alright. Oh, I am stuck. Well, I guess I want to talk about me.
What do you want to talk about that we haven't talked about already?
Yeah, there's some bad history here. This is bad. You feel your right hand on the handset cramping up with pain. Where are you? You sound like you're in another world.
I'm in Morova, sleeping.
Morova. Where are you going in 2 hours?
To work.
Where?
The academy, where I work.
What academy? The academy? That sounds better than my job. I'm happy. Well, we're gonna have to ask it eventually. Is someone there with you?
Yes.
Okay. I'm the law. I'm a detective. I'm doing a case. There's a hanged man. Okay. I'm gonna solve it.
Harry.
Oh, it ran out of money. Oh, he's so upset. Even with his, like, weird hat on, he still looks really... That actually is... Okay. Run. To the church. Home. Anywhere but here. Anything but calling her again. Yeah, that doesn't seem productive. Okay, so I'm just gonna make the guess that that must be, like, either an ex-wife or an ex-long-term girlfriend. Clearly had a falling out and clearly doesn't approve of our, interesting lifestyle, I guess you could say. So clearly there's something going on there. We don't know the full story of it just yet. There's that unopenable thing. That's, yeah, so that was kind of intense, actually. That was kind of a lot to find out at once. But yeah, so apparently her name is Dora. I don't know. He's been very careful to never really mention anything, like... I think it's been, like, very slightly mentioned about an ex, like, at the very beginning. I don't know. I think that might be something we want to dig into a little more, huh? Might explain some things. But, I think that is where we are going to end today's stream. It's been a little over an hour. I got no frame drops today, so that's cool. Yeah, so that was pretty successful. We're making slow but steady progress. And we will continue to do so on Tuesday when I return. I'm hoping there won't be any more disruptions in the schedule from here on out, but as always, I'll post about it on Twitter. If you do not already follow me there should be a link to it in my Twitch. I believe it's at John_G. And I will be back in a few days, and we'll continue investigating. And everyone have a good night.